Hey there everyone, Noir here and welcome to Fan Theories. Before we begin, if you are new to this series or if you haven't seen Catghost, I would highly suggest pausing this video and watching those first, because throughout this series I will be referring back to previous points that I've made to improve upon them. I'll give you a couple of seconds here to do that and then you can carry on after you've caught up. Okay, so we've arrived at episode 7 of Catghost and it's the final episode of the Creature Saga. Let's analyze Key. This episode begins with a top-down view of the cabin, which is covered by snow and accompanied by loud rumblings that are almost earthquake-like in nature. I'll return to this later on in this episode when it's relevant to my findings. We cut to the inside of the cabin to find the 4 characters eating instead of the trio that we usually see, with the 2 Gideon clones sharing condiments. Nara notices that it's snowing outside and they all leave the cabin, but where the 2 Gideons and Nara are playing in the snow, Elon is troubled by the event. She investigates the rift and happens upon the megalith, whilst musing over the reason for her entrapment within a feline body and her purpose for being stuck in her pocket dimension. So perhaps she forgot about the curse that she cast upon the inhabitants of Jamestown, or maybe she never casted it intentionally in the first place. The megalith tells Elon that her world is ending, and the reason given is piracy, compatibility, and bad timing. The word piracy is interesting because in this context it means unauthorized use or reproduction of another's work. So who was guilty of this act? Was it the theft of the child that we saw in Dark Cavern? The use of magic for nefarious means? Or perhaps even the theft of the egg in episode 6? I currently go with the latter option because of the other words that are used, compatibility and bad timing. Nara is the proselyte, who is also apparently meant to be the key, which was found out in Party Country as one of the answers to the questions that you can give to the megalith. So maybe the fact that it was Nara who stole the egg and the other Gideon is what it was talking about way back in Party Country, which leads to the events that occur at the end of this episode. The megalith also tells Elon that it gave her 3 years of its life, but it's unclear to me what this is, and who it is that's speaking through the megalith. We're then shown the way their dimension dies, with the 2 Gideons connecting hands once more, signifying their reunion. The reunion that Nara had caused by bringing another Gideon into the dimension prematurely, and thus giving Gideon the ability to reconnect with another fragment of his soul. That's how I perceive the events anyway. We see a final rendering of Elon and Nara before they phase out of existence in this dimension, and the episode ends. And with that, I'll open up the game. This game focuses around a timer with the megalith in the center. This timer has changed to a different length of time to count down numerous times since episode 7 was published onto YouTube, usually coinciding with a new episode or an event on the website. So at the moment, there isn't really much I can analyze about the game. So let's talk about the website. The website has gone through numerous stages since its creation, ranging from the door being closed, surrounded by the other dimension, being set as a door for the cabin, to where we are at the time of writing this script, with the door being open, giving us the ability to ask the cast of characters question via a voice message. Something that also occurs with the website is the hidden images that are within the source code. Remember when I said that I'd be going back to the reason why the dimension was snowing and suffering from tremors? Well, I found out who it was that instigated it. It was me. Okay. In all seriousness, this picture was found quite recently within the website's source code titled Short But Sweet. Chris, if you're watching this, I adore the picture and I cannot thank you enough for it. But why did you make me into the guy that contributed towards the Pocket Dimension's demise? I love these characters. I don't want to help kill them. But it does help to justify my thoughts on the cast being in a Pocket Dimension regardless. I'm not the only person to have been credited in the website's source code, however. Zalgaloo got a picture in the past, and so did Nightmind. Clearly, these pictures are just a way of saying thank you for talking about the series in our videos, but it's still pretty funny to think that I was the one making it snow and shake in episode 7. The more logical reason behind it was that because the second Gideon was brought into the fray, it caused the world to begin its collapse. And that brings this episode's analysis to a close. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, let me know what your thoughts and theories are in the comments section, and even if you didn't, let me know how I can improve the series for you. The next episode will cover both Void 1 and Void 2. So until next time, people, keep on surviving.